So, what exactly is the inheritance at hand here?
Wait, Dan, did you get a haircut?
Yeah, but no one can actually tell.
I can tell.
My sprite is
sorry.
exactly as hairy as previously.
Unless I go into the assets and I cut the assets' hairs short just for that.
Yeah, give him a Guile haircut.
There was one episode where
I just
Sarah
noticed
was
that.
like,
I just had to say something.
there was one episode where
thank
Ricardo was Ricardo saying, "Hey Marvin, you look really tan." So in the animated version, I color graded myself to be tanner.
Oh, okay.
Did you really?
But just,
Wow.
Yeah, but just for that, no one ever noticed. It was only slightly tanner. So no
Maybe
one would
one
notice.
person did, and they just didn't comment, and now they're kicking themselves, saying, "Dang it!
Dang it! I should have been the one to talk about
I
it."
thought everyone was going to be talking about it. Shit."
But to your point, Dan, I don't know what the inheritance is other than the knowledge that his mom is a robot.
Something happens and do.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it's her inheritance.
Yeah.
She's inheriting humanity. I don't know. I don't quite know. But that is what we watched this week. We watched Inheritance, which is yet another continuation of the Noonien Sung trials and tribulations.
Although, to be fair, I think I liked this one.
It is probably the first time we're actually like trying to make it more interesting.
Yeah,
versus,
it's a more interesting use of what they've been building up so far than they've done in a while. So, like, I'm down with this. I like this episode so far.
It's a good attempt. But you know what? Let's just dive right in because Inheritance, it first aired on November 22nd of 1993. Dan, I am not sure if that is enough time, 2 days, for there to have been an Around the Sun, or is this a Simpsons update?
2 days.
It
is a Simpsons update. Because...
All right, then we need to ask Leonard Nimoy once again.
I'm Leonard Nimoy. The following tale of alien encounters is true, and by true, I mean false.
Fantastic. That's a great clip to take.
That's all the Leonard Nimoy clips you can really get. That's really it.
One or two more. Maybe I can help you find.
But that's just him talking. That's just him talking generally. It's not going to be like a joke.
maybe yeah, maybe there's one or two.
And also, I cut that joke short. There's a whole thing, obviously.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But then we'd be sitting here all day.
Well, on November 18th, 4 days prior to the air date of this episode of TNG, Boy Scouts in the Hood was this episode of The Simpsons that aired, in which Bart inadvertently joined the junior campers because he was on a bender, fueled by an all-syrup squishy.
Oh,
it
yeah,
guest
that one,
starred
yeah.
Ernest Borgnine as a celebrity dad for a camper whose dad was in prison, and it was also the source of notable lines such as $20 can buy many peanuts.
Yes.
Godspeed, little doodle. Don't do what Donnie don't does.
Yeah.
And at the end, it fulfilled a fantasy we all have where you're hungry enough to shout that you want 700 Krusty Burgers, and then they immediately get a giant platter out and like slam it on the counter in front of you. That's just fantastic service. It's a great sequence.
And single-handedly saving a Krusty Burger that is located on an oil rig.
Yeah, a sea-bound oil rig.
Which, you know what the crazy part is? That's not a joke. That exists. So, like, oil rigs have restaurants and movie theaters on them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, not just like, you know, the company made a restaurant. Like, McDonald's is on oil rigs and stuff. So that's...
Yeah, like, man, imagine having that life. Like, you're not there to do the oil stuff. You're there for the McDonald's at the oil rig.
I'm here for the McDonald's and the oil rig is particularly good.
I'll bet, like, there's probably someone out on that oil rig who takes absolute pride in being the best damn McDonald's there is.
Yep, it's true.
On an oil rig. It's probably a little hard to get ingredients exactly where you need them.
He gets them straight. The Filet-O-Fishes come straight from the ocean.
Oh, that would be sick.
You wish. That would never happen.
Yeah, that would never.
You wish.
I actually don't wish because the way they make them, they're more uniformed.
Yeah, you want them to be all shredded up and then pressed into a deep fried patty.
That's why I want them live processed in a factory on the oil rig,
like little Lisa slurry.
Yeah, and condensed into the patty form in front of me.
The only difference from like a McDonald's that you get now is if they overcook the fries accidentally, but that they pop out now automatically. But if they double fry them because they've just been sitting there, if there's very small variables that will change how something tastes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the oil rig knows them all.
Yeah, what's gonna be more oily?
Yeah,
and salty because of the salt in the air.
That's true.
Yeah, you got to account for that.
Because I know there's this place I love to eat at when I go to San Diego.
I know, but it's near the beach though.
Not that one, dude. That one's a shitty one.
I know. That's what I mean. Don't go to the one near the beach.
We're talking about Hodad's. If you're in San Diego and you want to go to burger, go to Hodad's. Never go to the beach one. That's the shittiest location they have.
Yeah.
Avoid
and our friend Marcel will be the first to tell you, do not go to the beach location.
He's wrong. He's a piece of shit. He's wrong, dude.
No, he's the one who advocates, do not go to the beach location.
No, what he's talking about?
No.
Oh,
remember? Remember?
Right.
That's what he says.
Bringing very personal food vendettas into this podcast now, guys.
No, there's definitely not. We're definitely not lying about how the way Marcel feels about Hodad's.
He always says,
okay, perfect.
He always says, guys, go to the downtown location. It's the best. There's something in the air.
It's so convenient. Yeah,
it's downtown LA. While you're at Comic-Con, head over there. It's only a few blocks away.
I feel piss being taken.
And here's the thing: you're not gonna see anybody's toes, dude. Because if you're by the beach location, toes galore, dude.
Yeah, you don't want no toes near your cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, though, you are still in San Diego. There's still a chance. Let's not.
Yeah,
dude.
I wear flip flops, so you know what I mean.
If I wanted to go to jail. Because say this, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm down on my luck.
Hypothetically.
I'm gonna do some crime. That way I get put in jail. I can get some health stuff figured out. You know what I mean?
And some jail-worthy crimes.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna grab a hammer, and anybody with fucking open toe shoes, they're gonna get their toes fucking whacked, dude.
Yeah. Oh no, that's very jail-worthy.
Yeah.
Wow, you never whacked my toes. That you must like me.
Well, it's just like. I'll find other ways to destroy your life, dude.
You've already invalidated my social security number, so I can never collect social security. There's a video where one of the ways you can do revenge on someone is to invalidate their social security number, so they can never
that's
collect
kind of awesome.
They won't know until it's way too late.
I don't know why the first thought I had was of a pope excommunicating someone's social security number somehow. That was the first thought I had. Yeah.
It's the same thing, basically.
That must be how it works.
Well, Dan, thank you for the Simpsons update. And you know what? Let's quickly thank our sponsor for the episode, Ekster, who just released their... they're not... This is not the official listening ad part, so I'm just going to say, they called it the Card Holder Pro for MagSafe. I don't like that name. They should just call it the MagSafe Card Holder. Why is it the Card Holder Pro for MagSafe? That's a little weird. It's a little mouthy.
It's the new Nintendo 3DS XL.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But yeah, you know what? They released that. It is their smallest form factor card holder yet. I think it holds 12 cards. Yeah, I think 12 if you include they have a little nano card attachment too. So
that's almost a baker's dozen.
Well, it's just short of being a baker's dozen. But the cool part isn't just the fact that it attaches to MagSafe phones. It's also that because it has MagSafe magnets on both sides, you can attach all sorts of accessories to it and it'll just stick on. So you can put on a coin pouch on it. You can put a money clip on it. All sorts of stuff that'll just stick to the thing because it's all magnets. It's all magnet modular stuff.
That's a feature. The feature is magnets.
It kind of is. Magnets are a really good way of clasping. Apple brought back the magnets for the MagSafe or the what are they called? The power connectors. You know, they're all.
Even the Nintendo Switch 2 went heavy on magnets.
Yeah, it's all magnets now. So you know what?
And the best form of birth control, magnets, dude. Magnetize that sperm. You know.
Definitely.
You wear a strong rare earth magnet on your crotch, and then when it tries to come out, it just gets sucked right back in. Yeah.
you grab your crystals and you pray about goal.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't get pregnant.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I'm pro magnet.
And actually, the feature I like the most, and I think they're gonna hopefully do this with extra wallets moving forward, is there has a little hole where you can put a pin in, and it opens it up so you can clean it from the inside out,
like a belly button.
Yeah, you can just get in there and like it'll pop open. And you can clean the mechanism itself, and you can do it. It's great. I think that's a great new addition to their card holder series. So if you guys want to check that out, head on over to ekster.com. That's EKSTER.com. and use our offer code Newbie for an additional 10% off any product site-wide. Actually, any order site-wide, and it stacks with ongoing sales. So if they had currently they're having their fall sale. So I think it's 35% off, but with our 10% off, it's up to 45% off. So that's pretty good. And a lot of their products have lifetime warranties, 30-day money-back guarantees, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so check it out. Head on over to ekster.com. That's ekster.com. Use our offer code Newbie for an additional 10% off any order site-wide. All right, good old Denise, please tell us what's going on.
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
I can tell you what happened in this episode. So this is a wild episode. If I say so myself.
Lots of callbacks.
Lots of callbacks, a lot of what have yous, a lot of whodunits.
There's a decent amount of callbacks, but yeah.
I mean, it draws on almost all of Data's accumulated lore thus far, except for his dreams and the Borg.
What do you mean by callbacks? Are you referencing
calling back to all the previous episodes that were about Data and his relationship to Dr.
So
Stone,
lore and that whole episode
it referenced Lol. It brought up the crystalline entity. They talked about
Lol is one of the big ones because they not just reference her, they show a painting of her. Yeah. So they actually got the likeness. That costs money actually, for TV production if you're going to reuse someone's likeness for an episode. Right. So they actually decided to spend the money to show her again.
And they retreaded the circumstances of Data's discovery and his initial creation and stuff, or how they entered his logs into his memory banks. And
it's a little bit of a retcon. They kind of retcon how he really started, and then But
I think that's part of the mystery. It's this feels like new information that you've never heard before, and it's that's why you are suspicious of it, and so is Data.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not necessarily incompatible either. It's working.
Right.
Yeah. So
this episode, they're talking to these people that it's like the Earthquake planet. There's water world, there's sand world, this is Earthquake world.
Seismic activity.
Yeah, and they're like, how do we solve this so there's now earthquakes? And they're like, I got an idea. Let's shoot a fucking laser into it. That's they always say.
Our core's not hot enough. Yeah. Please shoot a laser at our planet.
Yeah.
So they're going to shoot a laser into it, and then they're going to throw some rocks in it or some bullshit, No need to figure out what that is. Just they're going to shoot things into it. Mm-hmm. And here's already my gripe with this episode.
Okay.
Immediately, if I'm that lady, I stopped talking about the fucking earthquake because I go, oh my god, Data.
That's true.
You.
Yeah. He doesn't go, wait a minute, Data's in this meeting? What the fuck?
Dude. Yeah. He doesn't go, oh my god. Do you not remember me? You know what I mean? Immediately.
Wait, hold on.
How do you go? I'm your mom. And then I go, oh my god. And she starts crying and she's like, you grew up, my boy.
I can think of one point
my child.
I can think of maybe one point that helps explain that. She does mention at some point in the episode that she tracked his she was tracking him throughout his life, and she was keeping tabs on him. So she ostensibly knew his whereabouts.
I sent you letters, but you never got them.
Well, she is a deadbeat mom.
Yeah, she absolutely is a deadbeat mom.
That's actually the way she's written. I think the other thing is that she is almost embarrassed to be interacting with him because of what she did.
That leads to that. Yeah. Leads directly to that.
Although it's weird that she wouldn't go into the meeting and tell the she wouldn't tell the captain. So by the way, the guy we're about to have a meeting with, I'm his mom.
And in fact, wouldn't her new husband be like, hey, isn't it that android that your old husband made? Wouldn't everyone kind of know this? Or maybe they don't.
It's kind of weird that he's there at all because he doesn't seem to have much to contribute in terms of...
I'm not sure the point of his character.
So it is her husband? It is her husband?
I think it is her husband,
I think they're... I don't
it's her
know if they're
husband.
married.
She's remarried.
So they are...
She remarried after,
Oh, she's married. But I agree. What is his point?
Love is love, dude. All I know is love is love.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what is...
He loves her.
Doesn't seem like it. he seems a little annoyed by her at all times. He seems like like an annoyed coworker. He doesn't seem like a romantic partner.
At no point does he go, isn't this the fucking robot you always talk about? That you abandoned? You keep crying. You're like, I abandoned my child.
Isn't this that baby robot that you left behind?
I abandoned my child.
Or he could have said, hey, that robot looks a lot like your ex-husband. That's
right.
Really...
That's true.
So I don't know.
He's like, this robot looks a lot like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Also, if her husband didn't know that she was an android, it kind of suggests that he wasn't that close to her.
Yeah, it's kind of like written forward. It's like they just started writing the scene, and the writer reached a point where he's like, right, she needs to tell him, I'm your mom. But they didn't go back to like, you can see in some of the performance of it, at least, like during the meeting, she's like constantly like holding her gaze on him and kind of glancing at him.
Don't you think she's like kind of a mom she's like the mom who wants to like fuck a little bit? She like is touching him.
She's a little touchy with him. She's a little touchy.
Inappropriately.
Sure.
Yeah.
There was a moment where I thought she kissed him like on the lips.
Yeah, that was the end. At the end, there's like a moment where she's like kind of romantically kissing him on the cheek.
It's a slow lean in.
There's
I think
some
it ends
romantic
like
moments.
they cut enough that it looks like it's a cheek thing, but it is weirdly ambiguous, or like it's not.
It's just a little
clear.
much
Yeah,
for a
you
mother-son situation.
And you didn't need to do any of that, in my opinion. You could have
Like
just
also
gone
like if your mom is grabbing you, and and he's not like a child, but she's like grabbing him like around his waist, and that's more romantic. No,
it's a little.
Wait, there's a grab around the waist.
There's a grab on the shoulder, like
a
when
shoulder
he's working
and
at
a
the
waist
console.
thing.
Yeah, I don't remember the
There
waist
is a waist,
part.
I believe. I think it's like I feel like they were standing in front of.
Shoulder, I can recall, but not the waist. But whatever.
But I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, I mean, my mom was short. She couldn't reach my fucking shoulders.
No. What I mean is
like around the stomach or my waist. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I actually think those weren't that much.
No,
I think it was
not
more.
tiny.
The thing that got to me the most was that kiss at the end, because she leans in really slowly, like it's romantic. It's not like they do like a hug and then
to
she
be
kisses
fair,
like a son.
they're both robots and they're not even related.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know
Yeah.
what's going on. She just thinks she's a
Oh man,
regular.
she doesn't know she's adopted.
But
Do you,
here's the thing,
but do you
too.
guys find? Did you find that it was too? I felt like it was too much of an easy out for them to be like, oh, she had a transmitter that was like telling us she was human and like
Oh yeah,
doing the like how
it's
this is the
definitely too
future,
easy.
like,
yeah.
the fact that they were like, oh, she just had a button that was transmitting human pulses or whatever it was.
It feels very TV, but in a way that I don't mind.
Well, it wasn't a button. It was a chip.
No, she's talking about
Yeah.
the emitter that tells any medical scanner that she's a human. But that still
Whatever it is, a chip, a button, I don't know.
But
Yeah.
that shit still doesn't make any sense, because she was transported onto the Enterprise. The act of transporting him or her would have been like, hey, this isn't biological. It's not reading as a biological thing we're transporting.
That's true. That's true.
It's all right.
Yeah, it just felt like it was a really easy out in terms of like, oh, that's why.
It also doesn't explain how she ages. It doesn't explain like
the age.
how-
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
a very sophisticated foolamajig, man. You have no
Yeah.
clue how good that foolamajig is.
But so, what if she's a half? Do we know? Like, I know they explained it in the episode, but
yeah.
because she they uploaded her memories, right? But what if she's more she's more like an alien Earth, right?
Oh, you mean like a cyborg?
Like a half
Like-
synth, you know? Like
Well, I don't think so, because her arm fell off and it was just robot parts underneath.
Yeah, but what if she's like RoboCop, where like her heart, her brain is human, you know?
Well, then that still wouldn't have explained why the transport didn't catch it, because she would have been more robot than human at that point. It's just there's like details like that where they hand wave it off and they're like, I don't know. This is not
they
a
literally
universe.
didn't think of it.
Yeah, this is not a universe where that could not have been caught immediately. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, it just isn't possible. Like, she had to have been injured at some point. You know, like she couldn't. Like, I don't know. It just isn't entirely believable. This means that somehow within the next iteration, Yoon Yoon Sung not only created an android that had realistic skin, hair, everything when he couldn't with Data. But he also
one that could be programmed to age and die naturally.
But also managed to create like the most sophisticated brain that ever existed. Do the mind transfer thing that never worked before in one go, and managed to trick her and put in the holographic thing. Also, he somehow put in the holographic thing in her brain, telling the story about how she left, but that couldn't have worked because she would have left by then. So how could he retroactively say, well, she has left me? Do you know what I mean? Like in the story of the thing in the hologram, he tells Data, I have left, but but she had to, if she had left before he changed the holographic programming, that
he had some Wi-Fi updates he sent afterward.
Yeah, it's just
he had a day one patch for when the holodeck loaded up.
Yeah, it's just
he
not
had it on a Steam server ready to go.
Yeah, it's just not a detail-oriented episode. They
at all.
They just brush past all that stuff super fast. But that's that. And to be fair, those aren't the important parts. That's not why.
Right. It's in service of like these more interesting like ideas, I guess.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. So she reveals that she's his mom. She's like, I used to fuck your dad, and I was married to him.
Yeah.
And then look, the whole thing doesn't fucking matter. The whole on Earth doesn't matter. Like it was a bullshit fucking storyline to get them together.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, I'm your mom, and he's like, well, I don't believe this bullshit, dude. So he starts researching, and he's like, well, it kind of makes sense, and then he calls her mom, and then really, this is the simplest fucking storyline ever, but it's also because it's so simple, they don't explain anything, and nothing makes sense.
You say that about every episode. You're like, this is the simplest story ever.
And then I go into like an hour fucking. Well, it's very straightforward. Like it's his mom.
Yeah.
And she turns out to be a robot as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think because so much of it hinges on...
But the difference between Data and her is that she was actually... her consciousness was uploaded to her, right?
Yes.
Right.
And Data is just an OG fucking cyborg.
True.
Right?
Yes.
That's a good distinction worth like mentioning or keeping in mind.
Yeah, and it's... Yeah.
Another thing about his mom's behavior, though, is not only with the touching.
Don't like her, huh?
No, I don't like her attitude. I don't know, but she talks a lot of like, remember all the sex comments she makes?
Sex
comments? At least she left him to it.
I don't think just nudity.
At least she wasn't like, ooh,
what are you
let me
talking
join.
about? How do you miss the sex comments? She's just like, oh, your sex program, or like, oh.
But she was like, we were worried we wouldn't work.
Yeah.
We were worried
Deanna's part. Yeah.
Or like even the Deanna thing, but she does it like multiple times, like insinuates this like sexual aspect.
Yeah, but
Data.
See, you're seeing it. You're thinking of it too linearly. She's
weird.
not his mom, literally. So I think because he's a robot and she helped make him. It makes sense to like that. It's not. I don't find any of the things you've brought up kind of weird because it's not like she was based on a child she lost, right? Then like, oh, it's a
that would make it even weird. I mean, the episode is weird to begin with. Her existence is strange to begin with.
Yeah,
but
just the fact that she created him. I mean, I would be curious too. Like if I put programming in you in a robot to have sex, I'd be curious too. I don't think
you're gonna be like, hey, is this working?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a scientific thing. As you know,
I mean, if you bothered to program it in, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
If you're a big enough weirdo to program in the sex stuff, a little
weird
to start with.
It's a little weird to focus on, especially if you're just meeting him for the first time.
In my mind, I think it's actually weirder to imagine. Like what I am imagining is how she mentioned how he had trouble with like motor skills and very basic, like the quote unquote childhood that they were talking about. But he was still an adult sized android that was like essentially being like a toddler or something to them.
Which is kind of creepy.
And that would have been that would have been like unsightly to see, probably.
Which also doesn't, like, in terms of the way these things sort of work, wouldn't have made that much sense given that they had made 4 androids before. Like, imagine if Boston Dynamics made a robot now. It's not like they wouldn't be like, oh, it's learning how to walk again. Like, it would be like, no, we figured it out already.
Yeah, the first thing we taught it is how to fuck, dude. It's got rhythm.
Yeah, they don't need to put it through like a human developmental cycle.
It knows how to thrust.
Yeah.
That's all you need, buddy.
Yeah. It knows how to dance lambada. Yeah.
Lots of thrusting.
Well, if you had to, I mean,
all the sexual dances.
Lots of thrusting.
Yeah.
I guess if you had to choose, you get to customize your own piece. How do you decide how you want to customize?
What? The dick? Are you talking about the dick?
Yeah. Well, they install it, right?
Average, dude. Average.
I feel like Data can also modify it. I think he can modify it to have.
Oh, okay. Like customize it.
Yeah.
Like his arm.
site.
You know, how, like he just goes and he takes his arm off. And he puts
Well, it comes
like an
off though.
attachment.
Like it's detachable, but not like extendable necessarily.
Marvin, are you saying you could put on a black dick?
It's not like Data has a telescoping arm.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if he can put on like, oh, today I will be a vagina.
Or uncut. I'm uncut today.
Well, yeah, sure. That's conceivable.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or today I won't have anything. Or today I'm gonna.
Today I have a cloaca.
You know, yeah.
Think about all the world problems that would solve if we could do that.
Oh yeah.
What kind of world problems are you talking about?
Like
Having a dick that's too small. What a problem.
If I could switch like tomorrow, be like, all right, you know, I have like a little bit more of a male perspective, and then
by just having a dick though?
Yeah, sure. I could.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go into the direction of like if all of the insecure men out there just had large penises,
that's what I thought you were going with.
How many more wars would not have started? How many less racists would there be?
You know what? But actually, that does work too. Actually,
the sales of lifted trucks would go down by like 65%.
Yeah.
Interesting hypothesis.
You know what? That actually does work. Actually, it's an interesting hypothesis. Would love to see it tested further. And what would happen?
Man, we all have huge dicks. Oh, this is great. Let's all create universal healthcare now.
All of a sudden, we stop insulting women. We have healthcare.
Yeah, but when everyone has huge dicks, no one will.
Yeah. But so here's the thing with that.
That's true.
Then no one would try. Then no one would try, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
no one would try. You're right.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're
It's
fucking
fine.
right, Ricardo.
It's fine.
You're right. No one would
Let's not try. Nobody try. It's not worth it. Let's just stop.
Everyone's like, we're all the same. Why
You know,
try?
at that point, you wouldn't even need women at that point, to be honest. At that point.
just
if your dick's big enough, who needs women?
Yeah. Everyone just goes, look at it, man.
I'm impressing myself. I don't need anybody.
This is awesome.
It's very possible.
I'm doing great.
So he investigates. Data investigates, and he finds out. Yeah, that might be his mom, right?
Yeah,
and
because he notices her story matches up with the evidence. Like, Noonien Sung and her snuck off to have elope at a wedding because her dad didn't like him.
Yeah,
they don't explain why her last name remained or changed to Tainer when that's not her real last name. So I don't know. That's about. But
wait. Can you remind me? I know that we've probably been over this a million times, but why is his name like Asian?
Oh, it's just like how it's in the future. They just randomly have like different last names based on whatever. Sometimes.
Yeah, they just assume that in the future cultures have crossed over enough that you could just find anything and anything, whatever.
Oh, and really, I mean, if you're being honest, like. It should be a Hispanic name or an Asian name, right? So he's like Professor
Union Gutierrez.
Sung Gutierrez.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you think her dad was like racist? And he's like, no daughter of mine's gonna, because he can only hurt him by his name. He's like, Sung, what the hell?
Oh, his eyes must be tiny.
I actually assumed that was part of it.
Yeah, he's like, that's why he's making robot children, because he can't have his own.
Yeah, he's Asian. He must have a small penis.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So she tells him, I'm your mom. All these things, like they start talking about like your sex programming, and then you used to run around naked all the time. And then we gave you like a modesty.
Oh my God, yes, the naked thing. See, that's what I'm talking about. The sex thing,
the modesty
the
subroutine.
naked thing. Like we're talking,
but they're all science-based. They're all science-based though.
No, but
also to be fair,
it's just a lot.
She says, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to embarrass you."
Yeah,
and he insists she does.
He's like nothing embarrasses me.
Yeah, they're playing her like the mom who is embarrassing you in front of everyone.
Yeah,
I think
she's a robot.
I think part of it though, the problem is. And I think the biggest weakness of the episode is that who's the actor who plays her? What is her name?
Okay, so I thought this lady at first, when I first saw her, I'm like, she looks familiar, and I thought, oh, this is the lady who's in The Nun. Like she's in all these horror movies.
Oh.
And I thought, but it's not. I confused her. She is in a horror movie, but I guessed the wrong one.
I also confused her with someone
else. She's in The
So
Others.
you're not the
only
movie
one. The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember that movie.
I thought she was in The Nun, which was totally fucking wrong. And I think she plays a mom. She plays a mom in Four Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Four Brothers. Yeah. Wow, I haven't thought
apparently,
about that
like one of the
movie
notable things she was in was Caravan of Courage and Ewok Adventure. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's where I know her from.
She was also in she's in The Others.
Right.
Oh my God, you know I loved that movie growing up.
The Others?
Yeah.
How old were you when you saw this?
I was little. I was a little kid.
How old are you now?
I'm like,
I feel like I saw it as a full-grown adult.
Is that the one where Nicole Kidman in the trailer said, "Where's my daughter?"
No, I remember watching it when I was a kid. When did it come out? The Others? Let me think.
2001?
Yeah, so she would have been 11. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was a little kid.
Oh, you're a lot younger than I thought you were.
But it scared me. I remember it scaring me.
Yeah.
I think it's in the Criterion Collection.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Is it that one or the original?
Fucking movie.
The one with Nicole Kidman?
The Nicole Kidman is a remake.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Then the Others would have been even older than that.
It's the Nicole Kidman one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Because I don't see any Others movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was probably calling.
I don't see any other Others
Spanish because it was a Spanish movie.
Okay, because
same thing with this guy. This guy also did Open Your Eyes, which they remade into Vanilla Sky.
You mean this is Los Otros in the
okay
Spanish? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then he did the first. He did Open Your Eyes based off of the. They remade
I think the Nicole Kidman version is in the Criterion Collection. I think I saw a cover for it. Anyway, yeah, sorry. So she's in that?
Nicole Kidman is definitely in that.
No.
This lady, yes.
The mom, the mommy.
Yeah.
Well, I think
she does have a horror movie face.
She does. I think the big problem with her in the episode, I think she's the biggest issue with the episode because
not robotic.
Her performance is kind of not good. Like every time
I'm not going to judge, but I'm going to judge inside.
Because every time
I was a robot inside.
Because every time she's like, "Oh, I don't want to say that about Data," she like bites her lip and then like acts like coy, but it's the wrong way to respond. Like she doesn't act like a mom; she acts like a schoolgirl or something. It's like I don't know. It's like not being directed. She's just,
or maybe her programming is all wired differently. You know, like she's like, oh. This is like the thing.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't as good as Sung thought at being like a human android.
Yeah, we have to take that into account. That he's a man. If it was a woman, Sung, maybe he would have programmed her better. You know,
he's a shit. He's shit at what he did.
He's just shit at understanding women. I mean, she did leave him. He's not great with reading women.
I mean, would you trust Dr. Sung as we've known him so far?
No.
Yeah, like we shouldn't trust him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we find out they're trying to jump to get back to the ship because the laser they shot into the fucking Earth, the hole's collapsing, and they jump. And what would have been funny is if they jumped and he tried to grab her from the arm and her arm fell off. That would have been really funny.
And then he like has the arm in his hand.
Yeah. He does like the okay, 1, 2, 3,
God.
jump, and he doesn't jump, but he's holding on to her. And then,
holding on to the arm.
And she jumps off, but her arm tears off, and then she slams into the floor.
Yeah. So they take her back,
God.
and he. Well, the thing is, the way I figure, the way my logic works is that. He opens up the thing and he notices that there's like a chip in there. And he's like, oh, this chip, I'll plug it in. He plugs it in and it's like a simulation that his dad pre-recorded. And he's like,
it's like literally an AI chatbot left behind with like a set of history and parameters to dispense.
It's just like Jor-El. No, is it Jor-El?
Yeah, it is like Jor-El with, it's like Superman and his fortress.
It's like a hologram that his dad left.
Yeah,
and
interactive.
Explains everything. Yeah. And he basically says like, oh, she's your mom, but like, she died and I put her consciousness in this lady and I love her.
Which is creepy.
Tell her I said I love you.
Yeah.
And he didn't say that explicitly, but he did like express his regret over that thing that he couldn't know about.
Yeah. And so at the end, basically,
he predicted he would leave her, so he pre-planned.
He just knew. He just knew.
Yeah.
He you know what? Maybe
he's like, I'm an asshole.
That,
of course she's gonna leave me.
Maybe this like guardian keeper inside of her has been just watching the events unfold as like an alternate.
Oh, that's
Sogan
also
side.
possible. Maybe it's actually active and going. Yep. Julia has left Noonien Sung protocol activated.
Yeah,
changes.
That's true.
I'll just say that happened. That's fine.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
We did it.
There's a little alien inside her head, like telling Data that the galaxy's on Orion's belt. And so basically he has to decide, like, does he tell her that she's a robot, or does he just kind of like let her live her life and not even tell her husband? Her husband's just like, man,
I've been
you're really
fucking a robot this whole time?
Yeah.
What happens when she goes to the doctor?
It shoots out a signal that's saying she's human.
she's like, you have high cholesterol, you have hypertension, you have diabetes,
you have everything. Yeah.
So
your brain's weird, but whatever.
And so he has to decide, and basically he decides not to tell her that she's a robot.
Wouldn't he know by having sex with her or something?
She's fully functional, just like Data.
Yeah, dude.
They
made
that vagina's fine, dude. You gotta have
Dr. Sung spent days perfecting that vagina, making sure it's exactly.
It's not like he's complaining.
Yeah.
That's also creepy. Like, what he did is incredibly creepy. That means like he examined like every inch of her and then recreated her exactly so that when he then transferred her brain over,
maybe not exactly the same. Maybe you know.
Okay, to be fair, that is the exact same level of creepiness as any like fantasy fairy tale where I'm so aggrieved by the loss of my loved one, I'm gonna create them again. Like, this is such a trope.
But but it's creepier in a science fiction context.
It's
like,
creepier than ever right now. But it's always there though.
Yeah, it's just that, he has spent so much time just trying to get her, because if she was a little bit off when she woke up, she would have been like, that's weird. I don't remember my body being like that last time.
I don't remember the sick furry fox arm.
Yeah, she's like, I don't remember having huge tits like this.
Yeah.
Only slightly huge.
Why is my left tit now lower than my right tit?
Oh my god.
So he had to get it exactly right, and I don't know.
So he decides not to tell her the truth, and he decides to lie to her, which is
there was a meeting where like he meets with Picard, Beverly, and Deanna, and Picard and Beverly are pro tell her, and then Deanna is very anti-tell her. She's like, don't tell her. And the way they convince him, or she convinces him, is by saying, well, currently she thinks is human, which is what you want, Data, right? And he goes, okay. Then that's why he chooses not to.
Which is wild that they don't go, hey, this thing we thought could never be accomplished, which is to become human.
Yes.
She is, dude.
It's possible.
Or like, hey, this Shang Tsung guy.
Shang Tsung.
He figured out how to fucking like become immortal, basically,
Is Shang Tsung a rival to Boys to Men?
Yeah, it's a Mortal Kombat cover band, but it's R&B. It's R&B.
R&B covers of Mortal Kombat.
It's the number 2.
Yeah. They competed to be on the soundtrack, and that just
dude,
it didn't work out.
It's sexy as shit, dude. Now, I don't know, dude. I feel like no one goes like, this is a leap forward in fucking technology here. We gotta study her.
Yeah, she's far too advanced. Like, she's unreasonably so.
Like, the thing is, like, ever since they had Measure of a Man, they stopped doing the whole. No, actually, ever since Lol's episode, Offspring, Offspring. Yeah, his daughter. Ever since the episode with that, they decided to stop talking about, hey, let's like study Data for more. Like, that just never comes up again. Like, after like Descent should have been a really big one, where after Data becomes corrupted by emotion and Lore shows up and he shuts down Lore. Surprisingly, no one then goes, let's study Lore, and now that he's disassembled and see how he works. Like, they don't make no mention of the fact that Lore has been like actually destroyed this time, or like he's actually gone right now.
And like, they never did a sequel where like they grab lore and then some of his blood falls into like a vat of rubber, and then they make another lore and he's just as evil as the first lore, you know?
I also
like
wish Data had tried to ask either Juliana or like Fake Sung, like, hey, do you know anything about this emotion chip that lore gave me that I haven't
another thing.
dared to install?
That's interesting, yeah, because there's so many other callbacks.
Right, they couldn't remember everything, or they didn't put in everything.
But whoever wrote it did know his Star Trek history. Like they were trying to like do all of this stuff. And
how come he didn't steal some of her parts? Like, I'm gonna steal the fucking emotion chip.
Oh, well, who knows if she has an emotion chip? I think it's just a pattern of her brain that just happens to have emotions. So I don't know. The weird, like the thing that you brought up at the very beginning, I feel like is a real kicker here. Where it's like she is a transcription of an existing human mind. Yeah, she was not like created. She's a copy. So
she was like injected into a positronic matrix as opposed to from scratch.
Yeah, it's a little, it's not quite the same, and it's just it's an interesting conundrum. I'm honestly not sure how I would call it if I had the choice. Or Data's
I'm not
choice
sure, like, what are we supposed to learn from meeting his mom like this? Like, how does this advance Data's character?
So what the
you know what I mean? Like the introduction of the whole mom, the whole episode is Data has a mom. Like, what are we learning here this far late?
Yeah,
in this series.
This is a season 3 thing, dude. Not a season 7.
Like, why are we doing this now? Like, I don't understand.
To me, it feels like just a way, like, hey, have you been watching this long? Do you remember all this Data stuff? Hey, we're rewarding you by acknowledging that it happened.
I don't want to be rewarded.
Well, the running joke the writers had for season 7 was, we have run out of ideas, so let's start talking about everyone's moms. So,
oh god.
So we've talked about Data's mom. We've talked about Geordi's mom.
Deanna's mom.
We talked about Deanna's mom.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know what? That's another thing. So Data and Geordi in this episode have a heart-to-heart where Data's like, I'm having trouble reconciling with the fact she's my mom. And Geordi's like, sometimes life's weird like that. But he doesn't reference, I wish Geordi said, Data, now that you know you have a mom, you should treasure it. I don't have a mom anymore. Yeah. It would be... but
nah, Geordi should say, you know, one day when we go find my mom...
And Data responds, Geordi, we've been over this. Your mom is gone.
Yeah. To be fair though, I don't. I'm not constantly as the only person here that's lost their mother. I'm not constantly going like, oh, treasure your mother. I'm like, if you don't want to talk to her, don't talk to your fucking mom. It's not my business.
I can agree with you on that. Just because you have a biological mom doesn't mean that they're going to be that motherly figure to you or what we think of as a mom. Like, and she didn't even like give birth to him. She just was kind of around when he was formed and had some involvement. But like,
Well, now you're talking about like. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, you don't always have to bring that up. Like, that's not always, like, a thing in people's minds that have lost their mom, that they're like, oh, treasure. Like, it's like...
Oh, treasure,
yeah. You're pal. Like, you're an adult, figure it out. You know what I mean? But, like, no, like, I don't think... Like, this is bullshit by calling her a mom or him a dad. Like, you made a robot. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
I mean, to that point,
and at the same time, like she is coming in to play mom more, or like she's like trying to reclaim a mom role now. When for a brief moment she was very much rejecting, or like she was like temporarily resisting. She says,
"I left you as a child because I was scared of you. I thought you were Chucky."
She tries to justify with like it's because I loved you so much, though.
Valid.
Well, that is like supposed to be like the big reveal. One of the big reveals is that like she didn't lose him because she didn't like he's abandoned, and like she admits if he was biological, she wouldn't have abandoned him. She would have taken him.
It's an interesting line of inquiry that they bothered to put in there. I'm glad that they did. It's interesting, at least.
Why are you glad that... do you believe her? Do you believe that she...
Well, I believe what she's saying. It's just like, I'm glad that they bothered to try to address that as a topic, because it's an interesting question to bring up.
The distinction where they're like, they're placing more... They inherent... It's interesting because she says... the needle they thread is they basically say, no, I do not believe artificial life is less valuable than biological life, but the reason why I abandoned you while I wouldn't have abandoned a biological version of you is that we thought we could have messed up when we remade you. You could have become another lore. And lore is the reason the crystalline entity came and why we had to escape in the first place. So it's like, I guess the closer analog would be, we thought you would be Damien from the horror movie?
The Omen?
Yeah. If he was Damien from The Omen, perhaps she also would not have taken him.
Yeah.
You know?
We thought you'd be Kylo Ren.
That's why Luke tried to kill
What
you.
happened to loving your child no matter who they are?
I mean, if he's
not a human
literally the
child.
devil, literally the devil,
So,
I don't know.
Damien needs love too.
He doesn't want love. He wants to
Yeah.
control the world.
He wants to kill you.
I mean, like, obviously, that's like the whole, like, completely hypothetical. What if you're like whatever? But I don't know.
Right.
It's something they wanted to
Plus,
play around with.
also, spoiler alert on this. They swapped the kid in the Omen. That's not her
They
kid.
swapped the kid. What do you mean?
Her kid dies at childbirth, and right.
Remember
They're
the
like-
movie
like,
itself.
the
Yeah.
nun goes, "Hey,
Right.
there's a child who lost his mom. What if we just don't tell the mom that it's not her?"
That's so fucked up.
So we
Yeah.
don't know where it came from.
Yeah, but they knew
Wait.
because they were all in on it.
Right.
Just real quick, was it The Omen or Rosemary's Baby that ended with that cult of people at the end chanting "Google gobble, we accept you"?
That's Rosemary's Baby.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. Both evil children movies. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so yeah. What would you guys rate it?
And like I dig the ideas brought up in the episode enough that like the technical like hitches that it has, or all the things that don't make sense in the greater Star Trek lore, didn't hitch for me as I was watching it. But
Right. It is actually well glossed over quickly.
right.
Yeah.
They don't give you enough time to think about that stuff specifically.
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm willing to give this as high as like a 7.5, because I do fall for the, hey, this is all the data stuff that we've done before, and we're gonna try to incorporate it into like one thing.
Yeah.
They tried, didn't get everything.
huh.
I think that's actually the exact. I would also give it a 7.5, and I
Wow.
think
God.
I think the two missing parts to the episode. Obviously, there's some technical issues, but if the emotional aspect of a story is written well, I think you can have technical issues galore and it could be fine. I think it's a little weird to have it's almost like the twist is supposed to be initially that she abandoned him and that's the real twist, but it's like a double twist, and then that's completely overshadowed with the whole, it turns out she's an android the whole time, and then and that becomes such a central issue. But the big real issue is that I think her name is pronounced Fionnuala Flanagan. The lady
Something
who
like
plays
that.
Juliana,
Uh-huh.
she's just not good in the role. Like, she's distractingly bad. Like, it's just not a good fit. I mean, when she played in DS9, she played the wife of the lady who cheated on him with Curzon Dax.
Yeah, she was Curzon's secret lover who was married to that one dude who's remembered as a hero but was actually a traitor's bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And now she's stuck living that lie forever.
Yeah, but she does it because it's a martyr situation, so blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And in that, she worked. In this, because they wanted to try to play her more playful, I don't think it worked as well. But conceptually, I like it. I do like the idea that, because I think Noonien Sung has always been a boring concept. And I do like that it's complicated by the fact that he had a wife who was probably his intellectual equal. And in fact, some of the most important parts about Data, like his creativity, are actually her ideas.
Right.
And Data wouldn't be Data without her.
Yeah.
And, and I do like the scenes conceptually of like her exploring art with him, playing like classical instruments with him, all this stuff. I do like that type of business.
Yeah.
It's just executed in an awkward way because of the actor. And I don't quite like the cherry on top is that she does that weird kiss at the end, and it just doesn't work. It sort of makes it feel awkward and strange for me.
I do wish it was more of like just like a tender hug or something.
Yeah, it didn't need to be that. I think that's what made it a bit odd. Maybe in the 90s that's considered more parently. I don't know.
I think it's very possible that it was. One thing I wanted to bring up real quick was there's the scene where Data like reapproaches her at 10 forward to tell her, hey, I believe you now, or like, I want to know more about who you are. Right. She is messing with like one of the little pads next to her salad, and it looks just like a modern person on their phone while eating salad. Yeah, I was like, wow, it looks so like normal.
Yeah, if it was just a YouTube video playing, it would have been like the most like, and she's going through comments. It would have
like it just looked like her on her phone. It was really fun to see that.
So go watch the scene again of the kiss. I don't think it's a weird kiss. I think it's weird, but for a reason. Go look at the kiss and see in the context of two robots not knowing how to kiss. And it makes perfect sense. It actually makes perfect sense.
Oh, but we know Data knows how to kiss. Come on.
Yeah, but he didn't kiss her. She kissed him.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
so see it in that context, and you're like, she's just kind of like, because I don't think it's romantic at all. Like I think it's weird, but I think it's weird because she's a robot. I think when she kisses her husband is probably weird too because she's a fucking robot. You know,
or she's always kissed this way. Weirdly,
I think I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm at a 6 too.
That's fair.
Because it's just like, I don't know. This episode just had weird vibes. She was strange. I don't know why this late in the season. I don't know why we're talking about it now.
These are all the last
I don't know
left.
all the sex talk and that kind of stuff. I don't really get the direction of this episode.
I don't find it weird. I just think that like it just wasn't it's not a season 7 like let's finish off strong type of episode.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean that's fair. That's a lot of this season.
Yeah,
to phone it in.
I just miss how in the 90s anything pertaining to robotics had to be full of blinking lights.
Oh yeah, that's how you knew. It's like, oh, beep boop boop robot.
Yeah, it's like nothing but interiors. There's nothing to look at inside here, but it has to be blinking full of lights.
A lot of lights.
I wonder if back then people didn't know what circuit boards were. Do you think that's a thing?
Everybody thought lights, lights,
or like the layman didn't really like know that to represent like stuff.
Yeah, they must not.
He's like, what does the TV look like inside? Just lights and stuff.
It's a lot of blinky lights.
Lights, you know, it's just beeps, bip, bips in there.
Yeah, your TV's definitely bleeping and blooping constantly.
Wait, real quick. My favorite show of the entire show was Data riding the signal amplifier pylon thingy, and then he kicks the stand.
Yeah, he kicks it to make it stand up better. Yeah,
it just looked really like, I don't know. It just looked.
It's not a very Data-like movement.
Yeah,
you know,
really odd.
Yeah. It doesn't feel very Data.
What if his name is pronounced Dada?
Oh, that was a problem.
Well, that was Pulaski's issue. She tried, and Data was like, "One's my name, one's not, bitch."
Yeah, that's how.
And then that's why Pulaski was like, "I like
that
you."
Scene alone is why everyone hates Pulaski.
Pulaski.
Yeah, honestly, that is why so many people fucking hate her.
Yeah, which is really dumb.
Bring that up immediately as soon as you bring up
her
Pulaski.
Back, dude. Bring her back. If she's not back for Picard, I'm gonna be so pissed, dude.
She doesn't want to come back anymore because she had a terrible time in TNG.
Let me tell you, if Pulaski was still around, she wouldn't have violated patients' rights just because Data asked her to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. She just kind of pulls up people's private stuff.
Please violate her privacy.
Yeah. She's like,
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
She's like, whose medical records do you want? I'll pull them up for you.
No problem.
She's like, are you
What's
sure
your reasoning?
you need it? Okay, here, but what you? I guess I'll.
She didn't even do the old.
Because it's you, Data.
She didn't even do the old. I'm gonna leave her records up here, and then I'm gonna walk. I have to go take a pee.
Yeah,
I'll be back. No, she's just like, what do you think? What do you think here?
Hypertension?
Yeah. What's going on here? You think she's eating
and he
too much
even
salt?
says, I would really prefer not to explain why I'm asking.
And she basically said, say less.
That's not suspicious at all.
Say less.
I guess that just means Bev's a ride or die.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's willing to break
for her.
all rules for anything.
Apparently.
For anyone or anything.
For fun,
she's
for
down.
fun. Yeah.
She's down a clown.
If you look at the Discord rating, Imaginathan very helpfully compiled the score for us. The average was a 6.7. The winning score was a 7. So there we go. That's about in line with all of us thought, I guess. So as an average. Yeah.
You know what? I'll give one last tiny bit of kudos to like them imbuing this episode with tiniest shade of Sung realizing, damn, I'm actually kind of a piece of shit.
You know what? That's 2 episodes in a row.
Where
DS9.
some old guy like has a wife who kind of doesn't like him. He's like, oh man, I kind of don't like how my wife doesn't like me. And it's
it turns out I'm a piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Well,
too bad that didn't translate.
As long as you figure it out, you know what I mean? I think it's fine.
Man, we got there.
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Newbie Star Trek. If you guys liked what you heard, give us a like or a rating or
this
a comment.
Season's so I'm just thinking about them. This season's so fucking random.
It's literally whatever they have left over.
Like it's like it literally feels like that. Like
they are literally some of the scripts. They are literally going back to stuff that was pitched in like season 4.
It's so fucking random.
Don't worry, nothing but stability ahead. There are no major memes left for us to encounter. I guarantee it.
Like literally a lot of these concepts are like, hey, remember that thing we pitched in season 4? Let's try that now, and then let's rewrite it. And Jerry Taylor's like, sure, let's do it. You know, I don't know why that was rejected. And then, but
sorry,
then,
I just keep thinking about this season overall and how random it is.
It is.
Well, we're only 10 episodes in, guys.
Jeez.
Only 10.
But yeah, wherever you are, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podcast Addict, wherever, like or rating, whatever, you know. Also, you could check out our merch store, fugitiveframes.store. We're going to have some stuff coming up for Black Friday, but in the meantime, we have 3 t-shirts up, the Bathleth t-shirt, the little Deanna Cake t-shirt, and we got the other one with Beverly as a skeleton. Boy, we've seen a lot of skeletons this month, haven't we?
Sure have.
Get another one on your shirt. But yeah, more merch is coming up at fugitiveframes.store. We'll be sure to let y'all know about it. Also, if you guys want to get early access to these episodes, you can always sign up for our Patreon or our YouTube membership. Either of those signups, they're only $1.99 a month, which feels okay. And in return, you get about a week early access to new episodes. Those episodes won't have any dynamic ads built in. You get access to our private Discord. You get discounts on our merch moving forward. You get your name in the ticker. When we start streaming, you get the access to our streams because those streams will be members and Patreon only. So yeah, head on over to patreon.com/newbie Star Trek. And yeah, or you can look at the links in our description and click around there. It's only $1.99 a month. I feel like that's a pretty okay deal, you know. So, also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. This week's email is from Miles E. And it's actually a follow-up email. They sent us an email quite a while ago. And she were the ones who talked about our problem with Total Recall and how we couldn't figure it out. So,
shit, we have an update.
It's not an update, but they reference it. So I just wanted to just put that in context.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for buttering you up, getting your hopes up. I'm sorry about that, Dan.
Die, Benny.
You know what? This is a good opportunity to bring this up again. If anyone has seen a version of Total Recall where he says "Die Benny" instead of "Benny, screw you," please let us know.
Yeah, but it has to literally be "Die Benny."
I think this is fake, and I think you guys both were high at the time, and you guys need to just admit
we worked together when we saw it. We saw this in high school.
You guys both shared an erotic nightmare that had Total Recall in it.
Yeah, definitely erotic.
Yeah.
This wrinkly guy did call me a bitch.
Yeah. All right. Hello, newbies. I wrote you all a couple years ago regarding something about the movie Total Recall. I must admit, hearing you read my email while driving my car was a surreal experience. You're still one of my favorite podcasts, and I wanted to let you know that I'm so excited that you are now covering DS9, as it's my favorite Star Trek series. I just listened to the Necessary Evil episode. I remember this was the episode that locked me in as a fan of DS9. I hope you continue to enjoy it. Rewatching the series with you has all been a lot of fun. I slept on a lot of decent episodes that I totally forgot about or I didn't get as an 11-year-old in the 90s. I mean, Mike Ehrmantraut killing the Space Pope is a chef's kiss. You guys are still killing it. I love Dan's peppered in Simpsons references or Ricardo's hard takes on classically beloved episodes. I always enjoy his reasons why he thinks they're terrible, especially Q, who was one of my faves growing up. He kind of turned me around on that particular argument, Sarah, I recall when you joined the show late, I was curious how it would affect the chemistry, and I must say the show would not nearly be as good without you in it. Marvin, I tend to agree with your takes, and I'm grateful to you for making the podcast. There was such a need for this for this kind of Star Trek podcast. I'm glad you guys are still doing it. Keep up the good work. All P.S.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? He says you don't have to read this part out on air, but I'm going to because I thought this was the part that was interesting. I heard on the show you recently moved to NOLA. I'm a cruise ship musician now, but I used to play at a piano bar on Bourbon Street in NOLA about 10 years ago. The club is still there and called Ticklers. If you're ever looking for a fun spot in the city, I hope you enjoy your time there. Thanks again, Miles E. So yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, that was a very
Miles.
sweet email.
That
Thanks.
was
I think
so
that's the first
sweet.
follow-up email. That's why I kind of wanted to do that.
Okay.
That's such a sweet email, but I kind of hate that they agree with you all the time. That really hurt my feelings. They're like, I tend to agree with Marvin. I'm like, okay, sure.
I don't know. I mean, some people have different.
That's fine.
Don't we all usually agree to some degree? Unless there's like
we do.
something that's
We
very.
I thought you were about to
That's
say, don't we
true.
all usually agree with me?
I thought you were about to say that too, but in a way, we do. But that was a very sweet note. Very sweet.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Thank
was.
you for sending
Very,
that.
very nice of you,
It
Mom.
warms my heart, and honestly, I can't believe we've been doing the podcast this long. It's kind of surreal and weird, but enjoyable. I mean, it kind of still feels like the first time.
Didn't we
Oh,
like
wow.
just have a 5th anniversary without really knowing about it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have we
we
even been keeping count? We really haven't been.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that. We
That's
quietly.
fine,
Oh, it's
'cause
our
I'm not either.
anniversary.
I mean,
you know?
we quietly passed our 200th episode a while ago.
Oh my
but-
God. Crazy.
I think it was just like a shitty episode. I think it was like I forget which one, but it was one of the ones where you're like, that's a 200th episode. Okay, whatever. So,
Oh, that's upsetting. If it's not even.
but
like
that's
a
just how the cookie
Yeah.
crumbles sometimes, right? So
Yeah, what do you
It
want? A
does. I
milestone
mean-
or like something orchestrated?
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like I'm gonna die before we even like finish all of the Star Trek properties.
I mean, map it all out. There's a lot of years to this.
Does it take us to like 80 years old ish?
I don't know.
If you map it all out. I don't know.
Someone
It just
can.
seems like someone map it out. Say
Tell us
we're
how
in
long
our
we have left.
say we're in our mid 30s, 40s. How much longer? How much longer do we have on this ride?
Will we survive?
Please let us know. Will we survive or will we all die?
There's a good chance we won't, just because of the way.
We'll see you guys for Lower Decks in 2050.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully we make it to that. Yeah, but that was very sweet. Thank you. Thank
And you know what,
much.
guys,
And thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. If you guys want to just quickly check out all the other stuff we do, you can just go to fugitiveframes.com. It has links to all the things we do.
Oh,
and
we
next
need
time,
to do a would you stay tuned episode. We should
I
do
know
another
the
at
last
some
one I
point.
still haven't had a chance to edit, so it's been really
Oh,
busy,
yeah.
as you know. So,
But we
yeah,
had
it's
we
like-
had another one we were thinking about doing. Was it X-Files?
X-Files. That was the one, yeah. Because
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
a good one.
because I think both
I-
Ricardo and
I haven't
Sarah
either.
haven't
Yeah.
seen X-Files, yeah. So
I don't recall if if I have any memory whatsoever of the pilot or
Yeah.
anything, but I do have
Yeah.
fun memories of the show.
yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Okay, everybody. Next time, we're popping back into the world of Deep Space Nine, which is Sanctuary. It's a very descriptive title, Sanctuary. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen in the episode. So
Will Utada Hikaru sing it?
perhaps
Wow.
it's her being in
Wow.
the episode. Wow.
I'm so excited now.
Wow. My brother Raymond.
The wow I'm specifically doing is a really stupid joke we used to have in college.
Yeah. It is very stupid,
Oh,
actually.
I thought you were doing
It's not worth even explaining why I did that.
It's all right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you guys next time for Sanctuary. Goodbye.
Bye.
Take care, y'all.